Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Before we hop onto the charts on this beautiful Friday, January 16th, and bring on a special guest a little bit after the open here, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading is very risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Make sure you read CFT Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top 1 Futures, Code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Chat, what is going on today, guys? How are we feeling? How are we looking, guys? How are we looking? Let's see who we got on here early this morning. What do we got going on, guys? Good morning, Mystic, Rick, Slothfather, Funded Sabam, what's going on? Glenn B, Nate, Dwayne, Maritime Trader, Dr. AK, Muhammad, Kim, ZE Edmund. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. that's who we got on there. Pam Pryor, what's happening? Arkansas, what's going on? Let me get rid of that one. Get the likes rolling. You know today's going to be hype ball for sure. Miguel, what's going on? Kyra, Jamie, Alan, what's up, guys? What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Going to be a fun one today for sure, man. It's Friday. We're going to talk markets real quick while we're getting ready for this market to open up in about 5 minutes here. We have YM loaded up on my Top 1 Futures pre-live account, the 15K pre-live account. This is the Project X platform that we're looking at here. We got an interesting day today, guys. We are coming into got a little bit of feedback here. We are coming into a 3-day weekend. For those of you that don't know, we do have a holiday on Monday. Monday is MLK Day. The stock market's closed, bond market's closed, banks are closed. Pretty much every major U.S. everything in the U.S. Markets are going to be closed. We do have the futures market open, but I will not be trading. I don't find it's a great idea to trade the U.S. indices when all of the major fundamental underliers are not trading, right? So I won't be trading. I believe it's a full open day for the U.S. Indices, for the futures market. I would have to double check on the CME site, but I would be aware of that if you are looking to trade. Coming into the end of today, man, coming into today, the end of the week, about halfway through the month here, I'm a little bit concerned with this chop, guys. I've been measuring this out. Been talking a lot about this here on YM. We are looking a little bit choppy up here, guys. A little bit choppy. We've really maintained this range. I will say I've been happy with my patience a bit within this. I feel like I could have executed off the lows a little bit better. This one definitely wasn't bad. Catching the low, this was the move that I wanted. I will say one thing that I've been proud of so far this year is my identifying of key areas of interest. YM continues to really respect areas of high volume, areas of price action, market structure. It loves to move to and from these levels, right? This was the level we had marked out before we had this move yesterday. This was a level I had marked out as the take profit. We hit that right in pre-market. We traded through it yesterday, pushed to the upside. I said I was interested in a short right here multiple times. I actually opened and closed a short really quickly for like $12 after I hopped off the stream. Didn't even say anything, didn't even call it out because I wasn't going to hold on to it. So, here we are. But you can see how that level came into play. You can go back and watch. These are not hindsight, bias levels. This is just coming off of price action, market structure, and really volume profile, right? Higher time frame volume profiles. Looking at visible range volume profile over here on the right-hand side. Volume points and controls. So I'm going to look to trade to and from these levels. I'm going to look to attempt to trade from the extremes of this range. I'm going to attempt to be a little bit patient off the open. I'm going to attempt to be a little bit cautious on the short side because, as we know, if we zoom way out, which I do like to do, on the daily time frame, on the much higher time frame, take a look at where we're running on this one, guys. To the upside, right? This is definitely maintaining some bullish structure here. So I'm really cautious, just continually fading this market. But I will look for shorts, right, up around the high end of this zone. So for today, getting ready to open up here in about 30 seconds, NYSE open. We are opening within yesterday's daily candle. Pretty balanced near this volume point of control, which is right here in this discretionary zone. discretionary area of interest. Overnight session, we came back up, tested that, and then have since come back down. We're opening up below VWAP here, looking at the 15-minute, pretty zoomed out. Could see some weakness right back down to the middle ground of this zone, right? Multiple overlapping volume points of control. This area of high volume, this high volume node right in here around the 49,500s, 49,475s. We sell off past that. I'd be looking towards the downside here, right? The low end of this big choppy range that we got going on here. We pop to the upside. I might be the only idiot on YouTube fading this movement. My mean reversion trade would be to fade the top end of this range, right? It is getting short in that bullish, overall higher time frame market that we've just looked at. But that would be my trade. If I saw something quick off the open, it would be looking to fade this movement to the upside here. That would be my initial play, but I'm going to stay, or at least attempt to stay, a little bit patient off of the open. If I have to get involved in the first 15 minutes, I will attempt to at least be waiting the first 5 minutes. I just find it's very volatile, very choppy. It can eat you up. But chat, you guys are going crazy. Good morning, good morning. What's happening, everybody? Souls of Zero, Pam. Been really liking the white zones you've been marking. Yeah, absolutely. Kobe Clark, good morning, guys. What's happening? Rhombus, good morning, crew. What's the word? I don't know. You tell me, man. What's happening, guys? What's happening? Welcome to Full Port Friday or Don't F It Up Friday. Yeah, I always get those two confused. Rhombus, it's Don't F It Up Friday. All right? Keep risk controlled, guys. Don't blow the account today. So many traders run it right into Friday. They want to make up for losses. They want to really hit the home run, turn a green week even greener or a red week green. The market doesn't care about any of that stuff, man. Remember, try not to make it Full Port Friday. Try to make it Disciplined Friday. Keep it in control. Keep it in control. ADO King, what's going on, man? Oh, I see we got a special guest in the background here. Let me get the banner rolling. We have none other than Top One Futures, Top One Trader, founder Clay B. Hodges joining us today. Let me bring him on here. Clay, what is going on?
What's going on, man?
What's happening?
How's it going?
Good, man. Good.
Don't F it up Friday.
Don't F it up Friday, man.
I like that. I mean, it's the complete opposite of Full Port Friday, but
Yo, listen, it's
the question is how lucky do people feel?
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one, man. I think I appreciate you hopping on, man. As always, first off, thanks for joining, man. I know I got a ton of people from the community hyped up, but
nice.
Yeah,
anybody
man.
From the last time I came live on here?
Yeah, we got a ton, man. We got a ton of the same peeps that hop on, for sure. But yeah, guys, if you I'll say it now, right when we're getting started. If you guys have questions for Clay, got comments, stuff on Top One prop firms, trading in general, please feel free. Usually I get a ton more comments, so I promise I'm not intentionally ignoring anybody, but I'll try to pick some out from the chat and we'll talk about it. But yeah, man, Fridays, I mean, I think it's just a combination of all of those psychological factors. Like everybody wants to finish the week off strong. They're not wanting to end the week red, and I think a lot of that can come together. And that's not my saying for sure, but I've heard a lot of people say that, and it's I think it's a good one. Don't F it up Friday. Try to just keep doing what you're doing.
How many times has it been like a rough week? So you're like, all right, Friday, I'm gonna make it back today, and then shoot yourself in the foot, right? So.
Yep.
I've done it before. That's why I'm speaking from experience there. I would say everybody in the chat has done that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'd say, like, for me, it's all right. It's been, kind of a slow week. Red on Monday, red on Thursday. I'm like, man, all I need is that one trade. Take me back to the promised land. There's nothing worse than ending super red, trading all the way into the close on a Friday and start having 2 days to just sit with that, like, mistake that you've made. It's really not a fun way to start your weekend.
Yeah, sure. But oh wow, look at the wick on so do you trade YM or?
Yeah, man, primarily YM. I've looked a lot.
I like it. It's like an in between. It's not as slow as ES and not as like rip your face off as NQ,
Exactly.
So I personally like it a lot.
Exactly, man. I like it as well. Movement's a little bit different for sure, but it is kind of that middle ground where like ES can be like watching paint dry. Like I do like it, but it's so damn slow and tight trending. And then NQ just the exact opposite. It's like
But
just
flip
this
side of
monster.
that is like Austin's bread and butter.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, I'd say I probably have, like most, have done the worst on NQ. I mean, maybe some really crush it, but I've gotten cooked on NQ so many times. I've gone back to it so many times. But ES has been pretty solid, but YM, for whatever reason, I used to trade it really early on as like the Forex CFD before I came over to futures. I used to trade US 30. So I think I got some experience there on it. But
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much the same
yep.
thing.
Yep. I see we got Pam in the chat. Pam's from the community, and she's actually coming out to Tampa, so she'll be in person with
Nice.
us. Yeah. But she's
Tampa's gonna be sick, man. It's gonna be like a 10x of the last one, and the last one was badass.
I know. I'm super psyched. For those of you guys that don't know, we got an event coming up. It's the ASFX Boot Camp in Tampa, Florida, May 15th and 16th, 2 days. But Clay, you're going to be out there for this one again, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I live an hour away from Tampa, so and the last time we did it, it was the first time I actually met you in person, and Tanner and a lot of the other teammates. So yeah, man, for sure, I wouldn't miss it.
I'm psyched for it, man. I was telling the community, we got not only the traders on the panel, like it's Austin's team, and then a whole bunch of guest speakers. He's got way more this year. There's a ton of traders that come out there that are everybody from beginner to like super experienced. Like there was guys in the audience putting up like 5-figure live trades and live accounts. It was crazy. Yeah. But then we also got you guys, right? We got representatives from from all the major companies coming out, which is such a cool thing. I'm super psyched on it. I love the
Brian Shannon being there. That's going to be pretty sick. Are you obviously you trade with VWAP, so
yeah.
Have you read his book?
Yeah, man, I've gone through.
I mean, it's pretty dense. It's like a textbook.
Yeah, I'd say I don't think I can say truthfully I've read it cover to cover. I've gone through a ton of it, and I've watched a ton of his long videos just on YouTube, really breaking down. I know I've watched Austin's interview him like 3 times. He's got another one dropping. But yeah, dude, he just does such a good job. He's obviously focused on that one tool, but he does such a good job of explaining and demonstrating like all the different ways you can apply this anchored VWAP. And
right. I mean, it's one tool, but the way he anchors it on different, openings, close, highs, whatever, it makes it like it's super multi-purpose,
Yo, and I think so many traders use VWAP. Like almost everybody that chart that I see, whatever they got going on. Like even for me, I don't use it as like closely as I'm watching this thing start to turn to the downside.
Yeah, that looks like a stop hunt wick.
Yeah, man. I started to say it right before we were hopping on. If I had to take something, it would be aggressively short. Right at the top.
How aggressive? Define aggressively.
Define aggressively.
I mean, it is full port Friday.
So do we just wick? Yeah, we wicked right above yesterday's high, and we turned right back down, and we're coming right down towards the lows of the session here, about 200 points. That's pretty aggressive. I'm probably going to stay a little bit more patient, like just market wise. 3-day weekend coming up where we got, MLK Day. Markets are closed for the most part. I know futures will run, but I'm looking at YM up here, and ES and NQ have been a little different, but YM up here really zoomed out. When I start to look on the 15-minute and we get this really back and forth movement, this presents a lot of opportunity. I got to quiet that down. This presents a lot of opportunity intraday, at least I think it does, but it can also be like pretty difficult to deal with. Like you can get caught up here saying, well, it's a bullish market, we're back at all-time highs, buy, and that would have really cooked you here. Now even today, it looks like we're going to turn back down. And then the middle of this, man, the middle of this can be really dicey to structure risk. So I'm kind of foot off the gas a little bit. I snapped a losing streak this week. We took a little win, not yesterday, but the day before. So I'm gonna see what the market's got for me, but I'm not gonna do anything too crazy right off the bat.
I see a lot of people in the I guess YouTube chat trying to do the StreamYard chat, but I can't log in. But anyways, KZE says he's been focused on anchored VWAP the last couple months and finally feel he found what works for him, which I will say too, I think from seeing on the back end, I mean, obviously I can't really tell what somebody's strategy is, but I will say I think people that incorporate the VWAP because we're day trading, borderline scalping. Most futures traders are, and I think the VWAP is the most successful tool people can use.
Yep.
Personally, between people I've talked to, and it's not a part of my strategy so much, but I'm more of a long-term trader, and that's why futures isn't my favorite, I guess you'd say, because I prefer 1 hour, 4 hour time frame. But trading off the VWAP and being able to get in and out of trades, I think is the most effective.
Yeah. It's awesome, man. It's awesome to get some of that insight, a little bit of the back end, but yeah, man, it's an interesting tool. But I'm definitely hyped to get to watch Brian Shannon talk about it live and ask him some questions, man. That's gonna be really cool. Let's see.
What's the total amount of people that are going to be there? Do you know?
I think it's going to be capped at 100. I think it's going to be capped at 100. Yeah, 100 attendees. I think that's yeah.
Well, last time it was 50, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I know he's got like double the guys on a panel, so it's fun. Really fun.
Yeah, we'll get a bunch of cool content stuff out of it too. Yeah, what was I going to say? Well, I mean, maybe next year you could get that Trader Tom dude. Trader Tom.
Yeah. Tom Hogard or yeah. He was out. I know Austin was out there in California. He did a conference with Tom Hogard and I forget the other guy's name, but it's the Friendly Bear. They did one out in California.
It looks like it's breaking those lows there.
No, checking this thing to the downside.
So do you ever switch back and forth between, say, 5-minute time frame to like really, or minute to see like the lows or the support, or what's your process for that?
Yeah, for me I do kind of swap back around and jump around, but for me on YM, I really like the higher time frame. Like I just find that when I get too zoomed in, I don't do as good as identifying key levels, and I don't pay as much attention as I should to these spots on the chart that it can move really quickly to and from. And just for example, like using volume profile, which I like, just this visible range volume profile and the daily session volume profile, the entire like daily volume profile, I can identify some nice zones off the 15-minute. And they're respected really well. These are all from this week, just stuff that I've marked up, and they've came in really, really clean. And what I find is like if I come in here where I can see price action much better and I can get just a little bit better feel of like what's going on minute to minute, I quickly lose sight of like the bigger picture. And I'm like, all right, here we go, huge downtrend. Like, let's run it short, and I'm not really taking into consideration what I see on the 15-minute. So for me, I kind of forego some of the low time frame stuff and just run it out on the 15. And for me, like maybe that means I do not take a trade or I stay a little bit more patient, and it just seems to work out better. And that's one thing I've been trying to do for last year into this year is like whatever seems to work. Like for me, even if it's not the exact thing that everybody else is doing, like 15-minute time frame, YM even, just do that, right? Like whatever's getting me paid, whatever's putting profit in the account, like try to just stick with that. So for me, I know it's a little odd because most people are watching like the 1 minute, right? Or the 5-minute at the higher end for like intraday. But
So and the thing about switching around time frames like that, then you run into confirmation bias where it's like if you're like, oh, I think it's going short here, then you will go to the 5-minute or 1 minute and look for all the reasons why that would be like, oh yeah, I'm right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, exactly.
And you can always find what you're looking for.
Kind of just crosses up. It kind of just starts to get crossed up. This does look super weak. I don't love it for a short. It's not terrible. I think.
Oh really?
Yeah. I think I'd have to get a stop way outside of this. But again, man, like what I'm looking at here, and I'll look at ES and NQ and see if it's the same. I'm looking at this like consolidation up near all-time highs, and I try to figure maybe I could trade from the extreme of this, like really aggressively today. It would have been short. I would have had to grab it like immediate, like what was this, the first minute or two into the open? Yeah, literally 9:31, which I try not to do either, like jump right in as soon as the market opens up. But from the extreme of this, like down to the middle ground, in here, down to the low end. But I'm cautious in here, man. Once YM starts to do this back and forth stuff, I find like I can start taking some L's, right? I'm like, all right, it looks good. You know, we're bullish overall. We're pulling back, and then we just kind of keep doing this choppy back and forth. So I'm cautious also just that we could kind of get the slow moving rangy day coming into a no trade Monday. So I'm gonna stay patient on this one. I'm curious to see if we come all the way back down to like the 49,500s, like where I got this zone, some of this volume point of control. Maybe I catch a long from in there, but right in here in between all of this, I don't think I'm gonna go for anything. Stay a little bit patient here.
Right, right. Are you taking into account any like news events, that kind of thing, or?
You know, I'll pay attention to the news cycle, but I'm really not like the news-based trader, and I don't do as much on the fundamental side. Like I'm not like, what's the Fed rate supposed to be, and then what does it come out, and then that means the market's going to go up or down. I really just try to pay attention, like when is the stuff coming out, and then I want to be cautious right around that time, expect some volatility, decide whether or not I want to trade through it. But for YM, man, I'm pretty technically based. I just am staring at this chart, marking up my zones, and I take like a really stupidly simple approach to it. Really simple approach to it. But for today, I don't think we have too much by way of news. I think we just got some FOMC members speaking. Yeah, nothing too crazy today. No red folder or orange folder. We got through unemployment. Let's see. Honestly, like the only thing that I try to I try to keep tabs on a little bit now is like, you know, Trump talking or like anything on the political side, because it's just been so wild. Like anytime we get a tweet or something, you know, starts going on with, you know, tariffs or how we're, you know, doing something with another country, market can really start to go off. So I will, like, as soon as we get some really fast movement, I'll try to make myself aware, like, is this something just a normal, you know, kind of price movement, or are they discussing like what's going to happen with like Greenland or something? So,
Oh, well,
you know,
yeah, that stuff's ridiculous. I don't even know what the hell they're thinking, dude. Like
yeah, it just,
Greenland?
yeah, it's, and like that's the thing. Like for me, I'm like, well, even if I like know it's happening, like how the hell do I apply that to my trading? You know,
Right.
like okay, because we're gonna, you know, we're gonna like control Greenland, like the market's gonna go up or the market's gonna go down, and like I feel like there's 47 different ways you could think about that. So I just try to be aware of like when something's going on, when a discussion's happening. Maybe I want to be a little bit more cautious. Maybe I want to like widen out, size down, trade some micros. But as far as the like understanding and then what the market's going to do, I was never able to get it right in the past, and I've tried, and I'm like, I kind of just forego it.
Right,
But,
right.
but
Yeah, I mean, it does look pretty. So you just have white candles too. You don't differentiate. Is it white and gray?
a little bit of white and gray. A little bit of white and gray.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, on the chart, I've got VWAP volume profiles and then a little bit of volume down on the bottom. That's really it, man. I'll literally just mark up some discretionary zones, just some basic areas of interest, and I'll try to trade to and from them. For the most part, I'll take into consideration where we are trend wise, or like I keep talking about, like we're like chopping around up here. And then a lot of it is discretionary, man. Like I try to be always upfront about that, where I'm like, I don't have a super simple, like if we cross, you know, EMAs, I go short and it's a, you know, 1-to-1. There's quite a bit of discretion in there. But for the most part, like coming into today, what I mapped out was if I had to take something, it would be short, you know, pretty wide stop loss. I would really like to be like completely outside of all of these highs, where if I was getting short, you know, on a move back down, which it looks like we might do, I'm dead wrong if we trend to the upside. Like if we come all the way up, I'm just completely wrong.
Well, you would know pretty quick if you're wrong, right? So
yeah.
it does look like something like a bear flag pattern. Do you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at a little double top action that we got up here. Yeah, bear flag coming down now to break a little bit. Let me see. Not that I use them in correlation, but I know, you know, not everybody trades YM. Like most people are not on YM, so I check ES as well and NQ as well a lot on here. Yeah, ES kind of just chopping around VWAP. Not nearly as much movement. Kind of classic. Watching paint dry, and yeah, NQ looking stronger in the overnight session, and now just coming through VWAP here. Pop to the upside. 9:30 candle was back down, coming into 9:50 a.m. Looking like we want to just kind of maybe try VWAP. But yeah, this is interesting, man. A little interesting. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm tempted on the short. I don't know that I want to position myself short. The other thing is, like, I always do this. I try to zoom out. Like, here's the daily chart, and
Right.
I like, I trade the 15-minute. I kind of hold, all damn day. And when I see this, I have to ask myself, like, why I keep getting short. Go for it. Got to go quiet the dogs. Chat, how we doing, guys? How we doing? I want to find the guy in charge of Trump's Truth account and slip in some tweets. That would be funny. Yeah. Yeah, that would really be moving the market for sure. Really be moving the market. So yeah, I'm curious on this one, guys. I don't know that I want to hop in front of this thing short. I'm interested. I'm tempted to say that we come down and we test this volume profile, but honestly, I think I might like to wait for this breakdown, really aggressive pullback down in here, and look for a long, and look for this to be the grind higher day to the upside. I'd really prefer to be long today, but there's definitely not a setup just yet. We've broken both sides of this, cracked out to the upside of yesterday's high, back down below Asia London low. I'm interested to see where we go from here. Interested to see what we get. That would be, it's the best of insider trading. Let's see. Yeah, appreciate you guys hopping on as always. Good questions so far. We'll see what the market's got for me. I think my play is going to be looking long around the 49,500s. That's what I'm going to try to stay patient for. Right in here. I'm going to be looking long off this level. I think this would give me a way to structure risk. I would be trading from the middle ground of this zone, but this is a pretty key level here. I'd be looking for a pullback down and then a continuation up, potentially all the way back up to this zone here, or maybe even higher, maybe cracking highs, but I wouldn't need to have this breakout and run to be a nice solid trade. So I'm gonna look to fade this movement to the downside if we push into this zone. Waited patiently off of the open, didn't do anything too crazy into the first 5-10 minutes, coming close to this 10 a.m. time frame. So that's what I got so far, guys. That's what I got so far. Let's see. 49,570s trading out right now. We're fixing to find out. But yeah, man, Friday coming into a 3-day weekend. Not something that I would say doing anything too crazy today would be.
All right, sorry about that, dude. Hey, let me see if I can share my screen.
Yeah, man. Presenter invite down there on the bottom should bring it in. I'm waiting for a setup here. I'm considering long, man.
Long?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
I got price approaching one of these zones. I'm looking at this for a potential spot where we find some support. I'll tell you why also. I really am trying to find my way into longs. I end up, I've reviewed this account. I've been in it now for going on 4 months. I'm taking more shorts than longs first, and I'm losing more on the short side than I am on the long side. My hit rate on longs is super high, and I don't take enough of them. So I really continually find myself selling this market, and chat starts making a joke I got to take the short button off my chart. But let me see. I'm going to be able to share your chart real quick. Yeah, guys, I'm going to look to hop in right around the 49,500s. But
well, should I was going to share my screen and show you what I would do if I were to trade it on the short side. So hey, we can see who's right. And then run a gut risk.
Listen. I've had. I'm gonna get ready for this one. I've had Randy on here a couple times. Randy from he's part of the team as well. But we've faded each other on 2 separate occasions on ES, and both of us have come out in the green. Both of us have come out in the green. So it's possible. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this to come down. Let's see if I can just get a little bit more out of this bad boy. Big round psychological number as well, 49,500. We're getting close to testing this. Again, weakness like off of the open, but I'm looking for some buyers to step in here. I also I run Bookmap on the side. I also like cumulative volume delta on both YM and YM's looking a little bit weak. ES is holding up pretty strong. Yeah, I'm getting ready to try this one. I'd run a pretty wide stop all the way down in here.
Order filled.
I'm going for it. Got a little bit of volume coming in. I'm gonna run this one back up.
Nice.
One mini. I'm gonna be long, guys, from 49,551. Stop at 49,354. I'm dead wrong if we come all the way back down, but I'm looking for this Friday grind higher. I really don't want to be short this market. If I was going to take a short, it would have to be really, really aggressively in here. I think shorts can be in play to the downside for like these small movements, but I'm going to run this one with a nice wide stop loss. This is something I'm going to hold all damn day or until I take a stop. And I think to the upside target, like I'm going to go no fixed take profit, but even back up here would generate a nice, 1-to-1 without having to come all the way back through the high. But certainly if we decide to grind higher, push higher, this could turn into something nice. So that's going to be my trade for today. Nothing crazy. And also, chat, on the Don't F It Up Friday, this would be one and done for me. Like, if I take this L under $1,000, I would be done for the day. That's it. I would wrap it up. I could lock the account up because we're here. We can lock them up. But let's go over to your chart. Let's see what we got, Clay, now that I'm in one.
Okay. All right. I've never shared on here. All right. So now I got to click over, right? So my approach looks a little different than yours for sure.
Sending it to the downside.
Yeah. I got it to the downside big time. All right. So not big time, but so like what I like to do, and I basically just kind of formulated this for futures is, can you see my screen?
Yep. We got your charts up.
Right. So bottom two panels, just to break it down super fast, is really just like a trend confirmation. Like, how do I, like, what is it a downtrend? Is it uptrend? If we, like, for example, let's see here, right? This is a whole moving average. So I would look to catch a move to the upside here, right? So this is just a RSI with above this moving average. All that's telling me is I'm looking for long. So then if that's the case, I don't even look for shorts, right? Mm-hmm. So flip side of that, here we're on, and this is a 1 hour, this is a 2 hour. So basically this is like double what is on the bottom left. So like for swing trading, I'll do the top is a 4 hour, this is a daily, and this is a 2 day. So it's nice. Pretty similar ratio. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so it's not confirmed bearish on this 2 hour time frame, but like this looks like I would just look for shorts. We're crossing through this moving average, so it kind of confirms to me that yeah, we're gonna go for shorts, right?
Nice.
Now this is like pretty. Now that we got that out of the way, it's confirmed. Whoa, we're only looking for shorts here. Now, kind of would have missed this entry, really. Ideally, this would have been the perfect. It's easy to look at it in retrospect, but kind of what happened here is we had a breakdown, right? Then like a flagging pattern where price consolidates, and then it broke through, and then this candle retested the backside of the consolidation. You see that?
Yep.
This is where when I was like, oh man, I don't know. It looks like it could be a pretty good short.
That's where we look on the short side.
Right. And the way I would play that is have the stop loss above, not this wick, because that would be too big, but above the consolidation, right?
Yeah.
Now with my targets too, not to just like
go for it, please.
So with my targets too, this is where the Fibonacci comes in. So I just measure the last move before the pullback.
Yeah.
And then look for one of these fib levels, probably 161.8. But this would be twice that move, 200. Now, like Do you ever read the book? It's like, man, it's like it was a stock chart book, and that's where it had like flags and that type of thing. Is from like the 1930s, right?
Yeah.
So traditionally, with like a bull flag or bear flag, the follow through equals the distance of the first flagpole.
Yep.
Right.
Like that nice measured move. Right.
Right. So from here, that's why I said we may have missed it, right?
Yeah.
See how that lines up, right, with that 161.8?
Yeah. Nice clean move. I like it, dude. On the I know we're gonna get a question on it, and I'm curious. That's a solid breakdown. On the bottom of that chart and the bottom of that first chart, what were the oscillators that you had running on there?
This?
Yeah.
So this is a indicator that I made, and basically, right, it's like telling me where the pullbacks are and when to enter, right? So like, do you remember how I was like, this area I would only look for longs?
Push the top end of that.
Right. And so what I do, man, is I set alerts like for when this crosses the lower end. So it's basically like a super slowed down stochastic. And so then when we cross, I would get an alert and then, really clarify by like looking at the higher time frames. Like this is all right, there we go. This is that pullback right there, right? So we would be above here in the RSI and that higher. And and so I use that as essentially when to enter and exit a trade. Now, like you can see, because the downtrend's already started here, potentially, then this is just like a super shallow pullback, and it really correlates with the market open, which might make it a little because it's a market open, there's like, it's maybe it would invalidate it, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like a little dicey to be getting in.
Right. Because it's just that one blast of volume. But we have to, like, man, I mean, if this were to run just on the other side of that.
Yeah,
then,
certainly. So
if I was going to trail a stop on this, right? There's another way I could play it too, but I mean, this tapped 161, and that's about your entry. So now, if I were to look for a long or a place to get out, then I just use like fibs on fibs on fibs, man. So right. So I would go the low to the high, and this 86.3 area. This is what I call my kill zone. I'm gonna delete that now, but this is like the safest play is get out right here, which was at 161.8, which is like the length of this flagpole. So we'll see if it stops there. But if we were to, like, say I was in this trade and I wanted to like trail my stop or something like that, that would be the target to where I would trail to.
Nice.
And so, yeah, dude, that's basically
that's the breakdown. I love it, dude. I love it.
Yeah, you can tell I did that for quite like I was originally like, trading and teaching people how to trade. And I was like,
yeah. No, that's epic, dude. It sounds like something that makes a lot of sense, right? I like stuff that is clear cut, simple enough, right? Like fibs, simple chart patterns, basic trend identification. You've got some added stuff there on the bottom that kind of helps with like setting alerts. And I like how like you can use that, for example, with higher time frames. So I know you say you're more like swing trading, you'll be checking charts when alerts go off. So like that tool down on the bottom, I think what's cool is like you can set the alert for a crossover, right? And that triggers you to, take a look at the chart, and we're probably got some big movement going on. We probably got some trend breaking out, or something maybe where you want to get interested. So no, I love it, dude. I love it.
Thanks, man. Yeah, and one of the main reasons why I like, I took like 2 or 3 different indicators, and I'm not a coder, to be clear. Then I got a guy on Fiverr to like, I told him what I wanted to do, and then he wrote the Pine script for it.
Nice, dude. And you coded it up right there?
Yeah. And so, but yeah, the reason why I did that was like, okay, I wanted it to something give me alert so I'm not like guessing when to get in the trade, or to limit the over trading, which is my problem. Everybody's problem.
Everybody's right. That's half the battle. Is like, how do I keep myself from knowing that I shouldn't be in something? Like, how do I?
Right. And so I could build a pretty easy rule around. Okay, like if I don't get a pullback that's deep enough to hit the confirmation indicator, then I'm not getting in the trade. And if I am, then I know I'm breaking the rules, right?
Yep.
So
Doing something
I think
wrong.
you need two things, right? You need a strategy that like you can break down in a couple sentences, and then like a clear cut way to know when you're breaking your rules, and not like have a rule set that's like a gray area. So if that makes sense, and then that's the easiest way to be like, okay, am I making progress or not? Well, then the hardest part is the actually journaling and keeping up with it, and like being on top of TradeZella or whatever you use, or notebook, or that's the hardest part.
That's it, dude. Like, if you think, I always talk about it. I love it because we have the same mindset on this. Like, I try to tell people they're always trying to look for the, everybody does, and I did look for the holy grail, some answer to come together. And I was always like, this is the answer. The secret holy grail answer is doing the hard work. It's doing what you just said. Come up with something consistent, try to stick to that, and then journal and at least track so you could say, hey, this is working or it's not working, right? But if you're doing 1,000 random trades a day, constantly in without any type of reasoning behind any of it, and then you don't track it, you have no idea what works, you have no idea what doesn't work,
or no way to tell if you're really breaking your rules.
It's just way too vague. You're allowing yourself too much discretion, too much in and out all the time. But
yeah, it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna like crush this marathon or something like that. Like, I'm gonna do a marathon in 4 hours, or 3 hours, which would be, you're a runner, right? I'm not. I used to kind of. Now it's jiu-jitsu and stuff.
Yeah, now you're just snapping everybody's tendons. And,
I mean, that sounds less painful than running around the block, dude, to be honest. But yeah, say if you wanted to do a 3-hour marathon, which would be a baller pace, and you're like, okay, so to do this, I need to be able to run miles anywhere between 6 and 12 minutes. It's like, that's too big of a, you're not specific enough. Like, it's never going to work out. You know what I'm saying? So, or like, I want to improve as a golfer, and it's like, okay, so I need to be hitting anywhere between birdies and double bogeys. Like, play golf already.
Way too high.
and some triple bogeys too.
No, it's I heard, like, I remember guys had talked about it, and something that stuck out was like, even in gambling, they say it's harder to like maintain control in trading, even more so than gambling, because even in gambling you have a start and a finish to the game. There's usually a maximum bet size. In trading, it's boundless. You can go long, short. You could put on as much leverage as the firm or the exchange is going to allow. So it really requires us to write the rules and say, like, what am I looking for on the chart? And then if anything else outside of this is happening, I'm really doing something wrong. If you don't make the rules for yourself, at least some consistency, because I think it's a balance, right? You got to find a way to get your experience in there, but you got to have some consistency. Otherwise, it's just you're in and out all over the place. You never know what's actually working once it starts to work. I
mean, and two, by the way, it's much easier for me to break it down when I'm not actually trading it than being in the trade.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is what I think is going to happen, and like it happens 100%. But then it's like,
of course.
But then it's like, all right, let me put a trade on, and it goes the complete opposite way.
No, of course. I'm taking back a look at mine because we're finally getting a little bit of
this
out of
is
this
legit,
one, man.
dude. We both that's cool.
Yeah, no, dude. Like, but honestly, like, I never mind it. First off, I trade really wide. Like, I'm on the 15-minute. Like, my average hold time is like now over 2 hours, but I get a lot of trades that are like 4 or 5 hours. You could take 25, opposite trades in the direction and make money in the time that I sit in one. So it's all different. But Yeah, got some buyers out of this zone. This is what I was looking for. If I could critique myself on anything, I was a little bit early on this one. I might be able to see it on a low time frame. Yeah, I started to catch some of this, and I'll read just a little bit of that 15-minute candle as it was forming. And if we start to get that volatility that comes in, volume comes in, I start to see a little jump on Bookmap. I'll take it near the zone, but earlier, waiting a little bit more would have been perfect. The 45,500s honestly would have been perfect for it. Decent buying pressure out of this area, just really, really simple, multiple overlapping volume points of control. I'd love to see this back to VWAP and through. I'm pretty tight on not doing anything crazy with trade management. Like I had a trade from in here that got really close to a stop. We held on to it and then ran back up. So I'm going to hold on to this bad boy. No stop loss to break even. Nothing too crazy just yet. But I don't think I'm really going to have a ton of confidence until we get back up through VWAP. Back up in here, and then, buyers making a push through would show me, hey, sellers tried it. We had really nice selling pressure all the way down into, multiple volume points of control, like kind of the middle ground of this range. We're not going to turn this into a big bearish day. Buyers are going to hold this up. But there's still chance, for the opposite, right? Kind of like the trade that you're mapping out. There's still, where we're mapping out, there's still plenty of chance for this, right? Like we could do this, pull back to VWAP. This is going to be a tough spot. Sellers step in, and then we start to bring it lower. So if we see that, that would look pretty not great. I would be comfortable with a retest. I think this is a pretty key area. I think we could easily fake everybody out here quick, like the market does sometimes. Come right back down, take everybody out whose stops is right here. Wick everybody out right here, and then come back up. But yeah, I like this so far. I'm gonna hold on to this one. I'm shooting for either a retest of this area or a nice bullish day. That Friday bulls in town. We'll have to see. But again, as a whole, and I've repeated this like so many times when I hopped on, I do really like to zoom out. I like to look at the daily. I like to look at what's going on. When we start to move sideways like this is a little bit dangerous. This as a whole can, for me at least personally, like the way that I'm trading, can start to be dangerous. So we'll see. We'll see. Not a bad setup. I think if I had to give myself the critique, waiting for this damn zone to be hit, just being a little bit more patient and saying, you know what, screw that volume, this candle getting jumpy and looking like it was coming in, just wait for your area and miss the trade, right? If it has to pop back up, would give me a little bit better entry, even wider stop loss, but not bad so far.
So what was the catalyst for that zone or like that entry? I mean,
yeah, no, for sure. So for me, marking these out, right, what I do is zoom out on the 15-minute, and I use two different volume profiles. So I've got visible range volume profile on the right-hand side, and then I drag physically out a drawing tool on each one of these to get a volume profile for the day. And that also lines up with just price action and market structure. So the thesis and the kind of the core around my trading is that YM is going to move fairly quickly in between these areas of minimal price action and low volume to areas where we've got a lot of consolidating price action, volume points of control, high volume nodes, and that's where I mark out these zones. Honestly, in the past, for me, like I don't even need to mark them out that much. But since we're trading live, and I've had people say like, "Dude, why are you getting in? What's the reasonings behind it? Mark out the zone so we can watch it play out." I'll mark them out. But that's the thesis here. Like, if we were gonna find buyers, we're about halfway through yesterday's candle. We've got a real nice high volume node, volume point of control from the 13th, the 12th, back here on the 7th. I think this is an area that if we're gonna find buyers here after this little wick to the downside, this is the area that that gives me a point to structure risk, right in here. And then where can we return to? Like, what would be the initial target? Right back up here to this zone that I had on my chart from yesterday. Again, which was just coming off of more volume points of control up here, high volume node, right? And we traded right to that yesterday. So it doesn't always work out like this, right? Sometimes it's like I got my zone on my chart and the price is like, absolutely not. We don't care. We're just going to disrespect that. But that's the thesis for this one. We catch some buyers in here, which we started to. Again, not out of the woods, I don't think, until I see a nice, pullback through VWAP, buyers stepping back above this area and then bringing us right back up here. But I'd, again, just in general, I'm trying to find a way to not be short. And I found myself so many times getting short near the open, first like 10, 15 minutes. And we've had this really big bullish run like through really since I've been in this account, like through, where is October in here? We had a couple of down days, like right, definitely in here in November. But I've got in this account here, and if I zoom out, I'm like, well, I know why I lost on shorts here, and I know why I lost on shorts here, right? We're pretty much just pushing to the upside. So I'm trying to become less of the bear, less of the contrarian.
Well, I usually, I don't know. I think most people too want to look for shorts. I don't know. I know I am.
Yeah.
Sure.
It moves fast to the downside. Like there's that saying, escalator up, or staircase up, escalator down, elevator down. Like when price starts to dump, and I think like that entices me. I'm like, oh, we're going down. Like here we go. Here's the big day.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this one plays. But yeah, man, I wanted to definitely give some time to talk about top one, talk about the props, man. I know the big deal we got running. I got a graphic for it. I'm gonna pull up. Is the copy trading 10 accounts, ability to copy trade up to 10 on the
and that was actually, you know, I after being on y'all's stream last, I guess it was around Christmas, and we talked about because people were like, well, make the consistency rule like 25 or 30. I was like, well, would you rather trade more accounts or have better, or not better, but easier consistency rule, I guess you could say. And pretty much everybody said more accounts. Now, I don't know if we're going to do this yet, but we're talking about, because I modeled the pro accounts. Some people love them. Some people, are not so much, I think, because of intraday. But rolling out a short promotion of copy trading 20 accounts just on the pro accounts. I mean, like, I think that would be pretty fun. And like, some people are going to win big if we do that.
Yeah, for sure. It would only, so you're thinking maybe only on the and again, tentative, guys. Nobody jumped the gun on this one, but you're
right. Yeah. No, right now it's 10. Right now it's 10. Yeah. So on pro, maybe ignites. I'm not sure yet. So, but I'm just throwing it out to you guys first. Like literally, Matt probably wouldn't like it if I said that. And honestly, we were talking about it in our group WhatsApp group. So
yeah. Awesome, man. No, I know.
Valentine's Day or something.
Yeah, there you go, guys. If you want to check it out, I got the banner up. If you want to check it out, links in the chat. It's pinned all over. Top1futures.com if you just want to head straight there. But they've got 3 instant funded that we're talking about, because I get so many people that are on here every day, and then I get a ton of new people. So sometimes I'm trying to be better at just going from the beginning.
Yeah.
We've got the OG instant funded, the original instant funded accounts from Top One, the straight to sim funded pro, and the ignite. And just like a quick basic overview, you could always go to the site, or I got a ton of videos on here. The OG instant funded are the more expensive, higher priced account with a nice wide rule set, really wide max loss limit, really reasonable profit target, and the biggest payout. You're only able to copy trade 3 to 5 of those bad boys. Love those accounts. End of day trailing drawdown, nice 20% consistency. The Ignite instant funded, the ones you're able to copy trade 10 right here, lowest cost in the industry. So just objectively, the least expensive instant funded accounts industry wide. You're able to copy trade 10. Also, end of day trailing drawdown, right? No intraday trailing drawdown, which is sweet. Little bit tighter consistency rule and a little bit tighter on the payout cap. But also, a big benefit of these is the profit target is super low. It's actually the lowest out of all of them. And then the straight to sim funded pro, I'd say, are the more advanced account. You've got an intraday trailing drawdown. Price is pretty mild, but you're also able to copy trade 10 of those, and you can copy trade 10 of the 150Ks, which is just absolutely wild. All the ones that I'm talking about are instant funded, no challenge, no activation fee, no trade in eval for money that you never stand to withdraw. So anybody interested, that's the quick rundown. I got 1,000 videos on it. There's plenty more, details and things to consider than that. But I think
that's perfect.
Yeah. It's honestly, man, like I've been with you guys from the beginning, which is awesome. Obviously, I believed in the vision, the team. It's a great team behind it. But it's a super competitive offering, and I like that there's a lot of options because, someone might say, hey, dude, I want to copy trade 10 150Ks. I could trade intraday trailing drawdown. I do that on other accounts. Great, they got that. You might say, hey, you know what? I want end-of-day trailing drawdown. I hate intraday trailing drawdown. I need just a standard 20%, and I only want one account, and I want it to be inexpensive. Boom, we got that on the site. So check it out, guys, if you're looking. And guys, I see we got some more questions in here. If you have any questions in chat, feel free to throw them in, man. Feel free to hit us while we're chatting on it.
Yeah, no, that was a good breakdown. I think we're going to make some videos too that just really goes by each rule step by step. I think that'll be super helpful because you're right. There's always people new coming in or unfamiliar with the space, in general. So some people don't know what prop firms are.
Yeah.
Obviously, your community does, but there's a time I know when I would when they first came out for prop firms for online, which was FTMO, and that's when I was had been trading. I know we talked about this last time, but at first I was like, what is this? This sounds insane. I don't believe it, right? So yep. I think everybody, once you find out about a prop firm, that's kind of the first reaction too,
Yep. Yeah. So no, I think that would be cool because you're right. There are people on that are checking things out that just no idea what it is to begin with, right? We're talking detailed rules, and it's going to be a good explainer there. But no, super psyched on this deal, man. And the account that I'm trading, the pre-live accounts, be able to get there and get instant funded. Just to mention that real quick, if you are looking for a firm to get towards a live account, Top One also has one of the fastest paths to live. I know that's not everybody's favorite thing to hear, but if you're looking to be consistent and then work yourself towards an account where you can get all the additional benefits like no consistency rule at all, right? You can run it up from day one, daily payouts.
I think the daily payouts is the coolest part. I mean, because look, if you make $200-300 a day, right?
You're able to pull it right then and there.
Right, for sure, and be able to take a withdrawal from that. I mean, let's face it, that's what most people make being at work for 7 hours a day.
Yeah, which is awesome, man. No, I've taken a bunch from this one. I know a bunch of other guys are set, and that's the coolest thing. I'm watching people take back to back payouts, 4 payouts in a week, from the same one account. So definitely some benefits. There's no smashing the reset button, so there's some drawbacks, right? But I think that comes with consistent trading. And I think, if you're going to be in the game for a long period of time, it's probably what you want to shoot for: ability to manage risk and try to build in maybe one account.
Well, you want to be able to trade your own money one day. I mean, we talked about this last time, so we want, don't have to go deep into it, but that's the goal, right? And thinking prop firms is oh man, this is training ground to be able to have a real strategy that works, right? Yep. So, and that's a shift in the mindset that I think, will only benefit you as a trader, especially one day, instead of just kind of playing the prop firm game where it's we're burning through accounts and churning and sim farming, and maybe you get a bunch of payouts and then believe that you can trade, but then you go to a live account and that same approach doesn't work on when you got one shot. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. No, 100%. I try to talk about it with my community. It's definitely a mindset and shift. If you're spending all your time developing a skill set, right, and maybe even you're doing it for years, and at the end of that you've only become a really good prop firm churner, or figured out a way to exploit rules, you're missing the big picture of being able to scale with your own money, which I think like you said is awesome to hear from you guys. That's the big goal, right? Everybody should be striving for their own personal live accounts. Hopefully you're going to have money to manage as you invest, which is definitely different than what we're doing here intraday. But similar rules apply when it comes to risk management, right? So I think that part, can be important to think about. Yes, efficient use of time. We all want to get to that payout. We want to get to the big payouts. But at the same time, are you thinking in that long-term perspective, down the road as you continue to grow and gain more capital? So I think the traders that do that are the ones that are going to be best suited, 3-5 years out. So I try to do it myself. It's always easier said than done. We get hyper focused, but try to do that myself. Slow myself down and focus on the big deal. But let me throw this on the board. I know not that we're gonna do it just yet, but I'm gonna throw a like count on the board here. Try to get everybody hyped up on some giveaways. I think we're gonna run at least one giveaway today, right, Clay?
Yeah, no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a 10-pack for you guys.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
We got 10 accounts coming up. Guys, let's hit this first. I got let's see, we got 100 peeps across because we got Kick, X, and YouTube rolling. Go ahead and run this up. I think I can only see YouTube. I'll make it really easy. Go ahead and run this up to 80 likes on YouTube. We'll drop the form, and we'll run these back to back. We'll run the 15-second duck races. We'll make them
start last time, like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I started one long. Usually we're giving one away. I can't do 100 a week for everybody. So I've like we like to make it fun. Everybody likes to see their name. I got a lot of complaints early on. They didn't see their ducks, but we'll do like a 10-second giveaway. We'll run them back real quick. So yeah, guys, smash the like button. We'll do the giveaway at 80 likes here. Coming up on 10:30 here. We're gonna get initial balance set.
And yeah, I mean, other stuff we have going on is some big promos that are rolling out, like the one I mentioned. I'm trying to think of some new unique stuff that'll be fun and hopefully, and just not like everybody else, where it's like a different discount or something like that. Something more in the trader's favor beyond just like the price tag, And then we will be porting everybody over in February to Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, because we have to. I mean, I see you're still on your Project X account.
Yeah. I'll be over on. I'll definitely be over on Tradeovate and NinjaTrader.
So you were originally trading with Tradeovate, anyways, right? And you had TradingView.
TradingView.
Okay, gotcha.
For sure. I was born and raised on TradingView, which is the integrated chart here, right? Like technically, this is a TradingView chart.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure. It's nice being able to execute trades directly off your TradingView too.
Yeah, super sweet. But no, I think it's important to note, anybody listening, just to like parrot that, if you're if you're thinking about the future as well, or thinking about that long-term mindset, now's the time to start thinking about getting comfortable on TradingView, Tradeovate, because that's a change coming to all firms, all but one. But we're going to be off Project X pretty soon. I've been making videos on it for anybody that's interested on YouTube. I did a couple tutorials on how to set up your Tradeovate account and link it with TradingView, how to trade directly on TradingView, just executing. I'm dropping some more on like copy trading using Tradeovate itself or TradingView. So I think it'll be a good thing. Obviously, Tradeovate and NinjaTrader are the industry leaders. They've been around for a long period of time. They seem like they're continuing to add more things like risk settings. They talked about adjusting the way that you could drag around, take profit and stop losses. So I know some of the features that we know and love from Project X aren't exactly there. But between them continuing to add and the ability to trade straight from TradingView, I think it's going to be pretty sweet. Because
yeah, and I mean, I would love to just be on here and just say like awesome stuff, like copy trade 20 accounts, but that is just what's going on too, and want you guys to be aware. And yeah, I mean, I see KZE's comment in there. I like Project X too, trading on it, so it wasn't our decision, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's getting pulled, and I like it as well. Obviously, like I was a big fan of it from the beginning, super psyched on it. I will always say that. But and again, like not to rag on them, I don't think that there's a million people at fault, but it's been really unreliable, unfortunately. Like so, as much as I love a platform, if it's out, a whole day or there's a lot of issues going on behind it that aren't getting solved quickly.
Right.
I think having an option where that's not going on is super helpful. Super helpful.
Totally.
So, guys, I'm going to drop the form. You guys ran the likes up. I see view count jumped immediately.
Santiago asked how to participate in the giveaway.
Here it is right here, guys. It's coming on the YouTube. Boom. There's the giveaway form on YouTube, on Kick. I'm even going to try to throw it on X for you guys on Twitter. But go ahead, get that one filled out, man. We'll run super duper quick duck races today. We got 10 accounts to get given out here from Clay. Appreciate you, man, coming on and giving back to the community for sure.
I mean, I love to do it, dude. That's one thing I told you. Like last night I was on Nick's stream too, which was super fun. He actually crashed it too.
Did he?
Yeah, so it was a Zoom because it was like his paid group or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we were going to do a giveaway, and he's like, "All right, W's in the chat." And it was just like crash Zoom, all the W's in the chat. You know what I mean?
Just
I was like, "All right, everybody, stop with the W's. Let me just do this so I can go to sleep." It was like 10:30.
Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Well, yeah, guys, go ahead, get that one filled out. There's the form. It's in chat. It's in Discord. It's everywhere. Form is in the chat. I see you asking literally right above your comment. Form should be there.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Guys, go ahead, get this one filled out. I'll give you like a couple minutes until Clay gets back. I'm not going to keep him too long, and we're going to run this back to back. Just so we're clear here, I'll say it one time. We have 10 instant funded Ignite accounts that are get given away, 50Ks, I believe. I'm 99% sure. Fill the form out. You don't have to do anything other than fill the form out. I'm only going to leave this open for a couple minutes, so go ahead and get it filled out. You have to give me, because this has started to happen, you have to give me an accurate YouTube name, a combination of YouTube, email, and Discord. They actually have to be yours. If there's some discrepancies between all of them, I assume that you're scamming. Like I had somebody that like won one of these that wasn't in the Discord. How did you win if the form was only in Discord and then you that day and then you weren't in the Discord, right? So give me a good email, give me a good Discord name. Don't fill it out more than one time. You can only have one account with these guys. If you spam the form, if you use a bunch of random emails, not only are you going to get banned from, other giveaways that we're doing on here, like a 10 today, you'll get banned for scamming from the firm. So don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. But yeah, form is in chat. I'll drop it again for extra, making sure you guys got it. Go ahead and get this one filled out, and we will run a rapid fire duck race. And I'll make sure I mark everybody's names. Let's go, guys. I'm gonna get ready to run it right now.
How's the den going, dude? Is that what
good,
you
man? Good. Yeah, actually, plan it. I don't want to say it too quick because like. Every time I'm like, all right, it's all done, ready to go. Like there's something else, there's some electrical or lighting or something that I'm working on. So 99% done, but I've got everything and I'm supposed to be moving in this weekend. Supposed to be setting everything up this weekend.
Nice. Is it cold in Lauderdale right now?
Yeah, dude. It was like 40 degrees this morning.
Dude, I know.
Over here, dude.
Over here, man.
Super cold. Super cold.
Yeah, 47 degrees right now. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I mean, honestly, kind of nice, like to get a little bit of a breather from the heat. So I don't ever want to complain, but definitely chilly. Like definitely chilly. I didn't need the mini split that I had set up in there today. All right, guys. So you got the form filled out. I'm gonna end it right now because I see more and more people still filling it. I'll give you like another 30 seconds. Go ahead, get it done, guys. And then we're gonna start it. And I won't keep Clay all damn day on here to run duck races.
All good, man. All good. How long are you planning on streaming today?
I'll usually run until I get a trade on like this, and then a little bit longer if it's starting to play out. But for the most part, hour and a half to 2 hours into the open. I don't run as long as some of the other guys like all dang day, mostly because I'm just not trading all dang day. But
right.
All right, guys. Form is getting closed out. We got a bunch of people on here for sure. Oh yeah, over 100. The ducks are in a row. Let me get this one done. Let's go ahead and run it. I see a bunch of the OG names on here. People from the Discord. I see a bunch of new names. So we got a ton of peeps on. All right, we have. You know what? Let's make them really quick. Let's go 10 seconds. This way we can run them back to back. I'm just gonna have to mark them. That's the main thing. I'm gonna make sure I mark the winners. I had to go back last time because we did so many of them. I had to go back and actually rewatch the races to make sure that I got everybody's name. All right, guys, we got 10 accounts to get given away. Shout out Top One Futures for this one. appreciate Clay for hopping on and giving
anytime,
back.
dude. We'll run it back like in 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, man. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right, here we go, guys. We're gonna run them rapid fire on here. Rapid fire. Let's go. Let's go. All right, winner number 1, Eric. Let me just make sure I mark these so I don't have to do what I did last time. W for you. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Duck race. These are good. The 15
Let's go. Tommy with the win. Yeah, the people love the races. Listen, the views and likes don't lie. I got the big jump. Soon as the
Tommy, nice work, dude.
Yeah, Tommy getting funded with the instant funded. Let's go. I'm gonna pull you guys out. I gotta check this off. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna pull these out as soon as you win. You don't get to win 47,000 times. W's in the chat.
Oh, bam! Almost.
Up front. Oh, we got Sebastian with the breakout duck taking the win.
Sherlock Holmes duck.
Yeah, there was a big uprising. Everybody thought it was rigged because like the naked ducks continued to win, like the ducks with no with nobody on them. I promise it's not rigged, guys. If you think that I was on here rigging this,
dude, you were up to like 1 last night. You know, rigging the races,
setting it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Purple Ninja Facts taking a W. Oh, we got a Discord OG there. He's in here all the time.
Purple Ninja Facts with the granny duck.
The grandma duck here winning. Let's go. Round. Let's see. How many I do? I gotta keep track. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is round 5.
All right. So I mean, you have pretty good odds if it's cumulatively a little more than 100 people. You have 1 to 10 odds and winning, right? Like,
great odds at winning. Great odds at winning. I think that's. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's probably the best odds that you have on anybody's stream to win an instant funded account today. I think I'm gonna say that.
Running duck races on 10 seconds is like ducks on steroids. Eric Schmitz.
Wait. How did he get back?
There's a double.
Oh,
Eric. Oh, bro.
Wait a minute. We're running it back. I didn't have it checked off. Eric, you're definitely getting 1 account. I don't know that you're getting 2. We're running it back. We're running it back. Let's go, guys. Nobody go anywhere. We're still going. We're doing a ton today. 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Somebody coming from the back.
Left futures trader. Awesome. Let's get ready to run it. This is going to be number 7. Let's see who we got. From the middle, out of nowhere.
Boom.
Oh, my gosh. Nail biter down on the bottom. Let me get this one marked. All right, let me see how many we did. Hang on, guys. Hang on.
I think it's like 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 winners on that one. 7 winners so far.
7?
8. No, you're right. 8. So we got 2 more. 2 more to run, guys. 2 more to run. Rob out front. Down on the bottom.
Look, you never want to see yourself coming out strong in the duck race.
Listen, you can't be buying the breakouts, man. You can't always be buying the breakouts.
Right.
You gotta be waiting for a retest, and then you get the entry. All right, guys, last one on the board here.
One, yeah,
last
there's
one.
Duck race strategy.
Let's see.
When it's not rigged, Zach. When it's not rigged.
When I'm not just picking the winners.
So, do you think the NFL is rigged? Have you ever heard of the script?
I have heard of this.
Yeah.
I did see that like something like it was like Asian table tennis was getting rigged, and they were like gambling like heavy amounts on these prediction markets behind it. Something like that just broke.
I mean, I kind of believe that, but like,
yeah, I don't know. I've heard the scripts. I don't know, man. That's
so yes, and Rick says it's rigged.
It's rigged. Let's see.
I feel like it would be so hard to do. Like, boxing for sure. Like, you know, I mean, the Jake Paul fights were definitely rigged.
Oh, 1,000%.
I think that Anthony Joshua was like, did you see the thing where he's like, not to go off on a tangent, where he's like, if he sticks out his tongue at the guy fighting him, it means slow down. You know, he kind of like does like a tongue flick. He did that to Tyson after Tyson almost knocked him out, like actually caught him with one. Logan Paul did it with Floyd Mayweather after Mayweather caught him with one. And so he did it to Anthony Joshua, and then Joshua just kept kicking his ass and broke his jaw, you know? So.
Dude, the Tyson one, not to go completely on a tangent, but I watched that one. I don't watch too many of them. I definitely watched that one. Like, there was a point where, like, Tyson, like, hits him with a clean one, and then they're like, all right, yo, chill out. And then he's kind of like, okay, like, puts his hands down. I'm like, oh, dude, come on. Like, that wasn't even slick. So I do think some of that stuff is completely set. But
so pay off refs and coaches. Yeah,
man. Yeah. We got a ton of W's in the chat. Ton of thanks. A ton of you guys won. Listen, everybody. Yeah, so somebody asked, a couple of you guys asked, what do we do if we won? Nothing. I got your email. I got the info. They're going to come straight from Top One. I'll talk to Cam after this one. I got a bunch of people now to follow up with. So no worries, guys. It's going to come to the email that you provided. But chat, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here with Clay. This was awesome. I appreciate everybody hopping on. Clay, some parting words for anybody?
Yeah. No, man, thanks for having me on. I love y'all's community. Like, you know, there's a bunch of people that you could follow, or everybody has a stream right now. But if you're in here with Zach, especially consistently, like, you're in a place with somebody who actually cares and wants to see you guys win. So maybe I can't say that for all the, you know, trader influencer people that I know. You know, some people are just in it for themselves, and it's definitely not Zach. So
appreciate you, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's the most important. It's important to be a part of a community while you're trading, to help you get dialed in on your own strategy and system and everything. Like, you want to do that wherever you find it, instead of going to one for like 2 months and then going to another for 2 months and like bouncing around, like strategy hopping or whatever. So yeah, y'all are in the right place, and let's run it back like 2 weeks, do some more duck races. Everybody will be waiting for me to come back on. By the time the winners, you know, you've either got a payout or need another giveaway account.
Yeah, so, there you go.
Don't wait for the giveaways.
Yeah, definitely don't wait for the giveaways, but we'll be back with more, man. So, no, thanks, Clay. I appreciate the kind words, man. Thanks for hopping on, everybody. Guys, if you want to check Top One, the link is in the chat. Again, I got the banner up, but feel free to check it out. It's at the description of this video. Again, I see people asking. You're going to get emails, guys. Don't worry. I'll be following up in emails. So
yeah, and thanks for the good vibes in the chat. Rick, Darian, Sebastian, Robbie, appreciate left futures trader. So cool. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. Zach, I'll talk to you later, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, Clay.
See y'all.